Hello! I will start by saying I apologize if I repeat myself. I've done this video like several times now and I keep having to stop it. So this is a video about a Halloween Advent I made. My intention is to sell a couple of them, so I will show you what's inside. If it's something you might be interested in purchasing in. However, if you want it to be a surprise, don't watch this video right now. Maybe watch it later and just check on my Instagram or my folksy shop to see if you're interested in purchasing. So that's the warning. Now I'm going to take the lid off. Well, I'll show you this box quite briefly. It's not huge. Each compartment is an inch square. And I haven't fully assembled the box yet because I don't want to compromise the integrity of the box by putting all the tabs in and then pulling them out again to show you what's inside. So yes, I will do the reveal, I guess, just now. And here's the 12 compartments. Now, I handmade 11 of the things in here. One compartment is just filled with like cool little bits, and I'll show you that after. The reason for that is for the 12th compartment I had planned to do wax melts, but the legality of selling wax melts made my head explode, and I don't want to give anyone anaphylaxis, and I don't want to give anyone, you know, reason to distrust what I make in terms of it causing a problem. So no wax melts. You know, I actually make a pile of cosmetics and I can't sell any of them. They're really good, really fun. I might do videos in the future about how I make them because, you know, I can't sell them without lots and lots of legal hoops to jump through. However, I can show you how to make them. I just love making waxy things that contain wax. I make a lot of different cosmetics. That's totally off topic though, totally off topic, and wax melts aren't cosmetics, but it's the same oils essentially. Essential oils. Oh, look at that. So much talking, so much speaking, so many times I've done this video. I'm not going to start it again. I'm not going to do it. However, one thing I will say before I tell you about all of the things I made is none of this is intended for children, especially children under the age of 3. Some of the things I make look quite, you know, colorful and cute. However, it's, no, not for children. A lot of time goes into these things, and I just don't want anybody to swallow anything, you know, don't want to cause anaphylaxis, don't want children to choke. This is not intended for children. Now, I'm going to show you some of the things I made. That's what I'm going to do. My brain is melting. So, we'll start at the top corner. The first thing I made was a scrunchie. So I hand sewed this actually because I don't get along with sewing machines at all. Sewing machines and I aren't friends. Now, the scrunchies in all 5 of the advents are the same material, so I'm not going to show you every single one, but the print on it, they're like spooky ice cream cones. I got this fabric ages ago and I cannot remember where I got it or anything about it. Really, it feels cottony. It feels like cotton. Anyway, scrunchies with cool Halloweeny ice cream cone type pudding desserty spookiness. Very cool, very colorful. For the next compartment, I will show you this strange little tin. So I etched the tin by hand. That's just a design I put on there. Inside the tin, you're not going to guess what's in here because it is very obscure, but it's kind of cool as well. So, see these are drinks charms, so like a wine glass charm. This set has little skeletal gummy bears on it. So the idea is you just put this around the stem of your glass and you can identify your beverage if you have several people enjoying adult beverages. Of course, you could do it for like fun kind of non-alcoholic beverages as well. And that's the idea. This one has It's a set of 4. There's a purple, a pink, a green, and a blue. 2 of the 5 sets I made have gummy bears, but they're a different color arrangement. And the other 3 sets have something else. I'll just show you some of the other ones. So this one has an etched jack-o'-lantern, and inside we have these purpley pink beads. And we have a crescent moon, a froggo, a snake, and a little kind of tarantula type spooter. So 3 of the sets of these drinks charms contain those 4 charms essentially. The color of the beads change slightly, and 2 of them contain the kind of gummy bears with the skeleton bits. There's kind of a lucky dip element to these, so there's variations on things, and I don't know what you're going to get. This is another one with gummy bears. Instead of a pink and a purple, there's a pink and a yellow, a green and a blue, and a skull on the tin. Yeah, there's a bit of lucky dip element, which I thought was kind of fun. And this one's got a spider web, and the beads are black, kind of with a clear coating, but the same charms are inside. And the spider charm, instead of it having like a red stone, I think it's a black stone on this one. And the 5th one, I think 5th, yes, ghosty. Again, it's got the little animal charms, very like witchy, creepy, but nice witchy, not like evil. And these beads are kind of a blacky blue metallic. It's hard to explain or describe, but they're nice. They're nice. So yeah, wine glass charms. We've got, that's number 2, so scrunchy wine glass charms. These are all pretty similar. They're all handmade, so they're a bit different, but it's like a little terrarium. It's just a knick-knack. So just to show you here, there's little eyeballs that I sculpted, and there's kind of little pebbles and foliage and reindeer moss. So it's just like a little cute terrarium. All 5 are different but very similar. So there's variation between them, but like all the eyes are the same color. There's the same color inside. So I'm not going to show you all 5 of those, but that's quite a cool little knick-knack. It's in a glass bell jar with like a cork stopper that you can take apart if you're quite gentle. I will say also I've stuffed the insides of the advents with tissue paper, but it's tissue paper that I've taken off the back of napkins. I did a decoupage project with some students at my kids' school, and we had lots and lots of leftover napkin backs. Basically, if you're crafty, you know. So that's what it's stuffed with, just in case anybody thinks it looks like toilet paper or something. It's napkins. It's just like the tissue paper off of the back of a napkin. We're just being thrifty, right? Okay, so number 4, I made these like, they're kind of like little jumping spiders, I guess. Let me see if I can zoom in, and yeah, that's better, isn't it? So it's like a little jumping spider that I sculpted onto a bottle. It's a little glass bottle with a cork. There's nothing inside the bottle. I painted it with acrylics and sealed it. I made the eyes all glossy so they kind of follow you around the room, which is cool. And all of these, because I mean they're sculpted, they're all going to be similar, but individual, because I didn't use a mold. You know, they're they're a bit different. So I'll show you very quickly the others as well. I painted them slightly differently as well, so you can see this one's quite purpley. And this one's quite greeny, and the spider's slightly blue. So that's cool. This one, it's a bit more brown and green and gold. And it's another one, it's very purpley with a brown spider. So yeah, they're all slightly different, but they, and of course they're different because they've been individually sculpted, but then the colors are different as well. So there's that. The next thing I will show you is I made doilies. I'll zoom out for this. There we go. Now, they have skulls on them, so it looks like an innocent granny doily, but it's not. It's covered in skulls. I will link the pattern of the pattern that I used. It's a paid pattern, but it's a good pattern. And the designer should absolutely be credited. So this is a black one, obviously. There's two black ones. I also did this kind of gray silvery one. It's very soft. There's just different threads cause different effects, you know. So there's two black ones. There's a silver one. Now this thread was slightly larger, so I had to up my hook size, which means this one's actually physically bigger than the black and the silver ones as well. So there's a red one. And last but not least, there's this pink, and this one's larger like the red one. It's pink and green. It struck me as kind of a Day of the Dead type thing, but what happened was I ran out of pink. I thought I could make it, but I couldn't. And I switched to the green because I thought it looked quite good together. Had I planned for it, I probably would have put some green in the middle as well. But I like the way it came out with the skulls and the green and pink. So those are the 5 doilies, and that is pocket or compartment number 5. Compartment number 6, I've got these tiny amigurumi earrings. So I made all of these, just they're all free-handed, so there's no patterns to quote or mention. And you may have seen these in a previous video. I made them ages ago. I intended to put them in my shop, never did. So there's a ghosty pair. There's a pair of eyeballs, complete with optic nerves. So there's a pair of eyeballs. There's a pair of frogs. Just show you the one instead of digging them all out. There's a pair of little pumpkins. And there's a pair of tiny mothmen. It's a bit more difficult to see this one because it's black, but the eyes are red, which is cool. So, yes, again, lucky dip element. What you get, you get. I'm going to mix these up even further so that what you see here isn't necessarily what you'll get in this. If you, for example, get the ghosties, everything else won't necessarily be the same. I'll mix it up a wee bit. So yeah, we're on to compartment number 7 now. Oh, I feel like I can slow down. So, this is kind of a witchy mushroom hat, witchy dangle, sun catcher type thing. It's got a long chain on it. I sculpted the head from get the light a bit better. It feels like everything's in shadow all of a sudden. I sculpted the head from a wooden bead type thing. Then I had these crystals. I thought that looked quite like a bodice and a skirt. So yeah, I like the way it came out. These might fall apart a bit when you pull them out of the packaging because this is quite delicate, but it's easily bent back in place. It's not going to break. So yeah, this bit here might disconnect, but it's easy to put back together. And that's just to hang and dangle. My husband said he thought it seemed like the essence of a witch, like the concentrated form. And I thought that was quite a cool way of looking at it, actually. But yeah, it's just like this weird witchy dangle thing that I made. Now, two of them look like this with the sculpted, well, all of them have the same sculpted head, but the bodice is green and the skirt is rainbow. Two of them are like that, and three of them are like this, which has the reverse. So the bodice is rainbow and the skirt is green. So that's the lucky dip element again. Don't know what you're going to get. It's all a bit of a mishmash mix up. Now this compartment here, this is the compartment that was going to be wax melts that is no longer wax melts. So I just filled it with some cool little like scatter things I had. Can be like table scatter or crafty things. So here's just like an acrylic little witch hat. This is a glow-in-the-dark mushroom. This is a glow-in-the-dark spider. A little plastic acrylic bone. What else is in here? There's a cool little acrylic bat. There is a little, oh, what have we got here? A little skull. And that's all the different things. There's three of these in each one. Three of these and two glow-in-the-dark mushrooms. So these two things glow in the dark. And these are just acrylic and little acrylic skull. And they're just like cool little bits and bobs. Halloween themed, witchy themed. Very cool. And they go into there. So, compartment number, what are we up to, 9? This is a cool thing. So it's like a, oh, there's a bit of fluff on there. This is like a keychain type dangle, tassel-y charm. I made it to be very tactile. There's lots of different textures here. I crocheted this little pouch. There's metal, there's softness, there's charms. So I'll show you what's in this little pouch here. It actually does open up and have something inside. So on the inside we have this little worry stone. That's quartz. I haven't mentioned before, but basically this whole exercise was using things that I had that needed used. I had these quartz worry stones left over from a different project, and I decided they went quite nicely. So it's like a little, almost like a talisman, I guess. So you've got your worry stone in there, and here your charms. You've got a little skull, a little moon, and a little charm that says brave. I thought it's quite a good anxiety fidget as well. There's so many different textures. I mean, you've got stone in there as well. There's a little tassel hanging off the back. So all 5 of these are very similar, so there's no point in showing you all of them. The only difference is some variation, I guess, in the quartz, because it's a natural stone, and of course there's going to be some variation in there, but they all contain a quartz worry stone in the shape of a heart. And yeah, it's quite cool. I actually thought this kind of looks a bit like an anatomical heart as well, with the little worry stone inside. And anyway, it works for me on many levels. I really like it. I think I'd like to make more things like this, and there is one in each of these little advent boxes. So was that 9? So number 10, pocket compartment number 10, is a little book, and these are all different, so I'll show you all the different ones. This one has quite an autumnal mushroomy theme. It's got a little latch closure. Inside it's got a little pocket and blank pages. It's a tiny journal. Very cool. I really enjoy making these. They do take a long time, but I do love making tiny books, and I love these little latch closures. Can't really get it on there on camera without really taking a long time. But yeah, they're actually quite easy to do up if you've got like a little pin and you can just hook it round. So making it look more complicated than it is. There's a little bit of a sparkle to the kitty as well. So I'll show you the others because they are all very different. And this one, maybe I can zoom in. There we go. This one has a snake. I'm not going to open it, but that's what the closure looks when it's closed. So here we go. This one's purple with a snake. This one has the autumnal mushroomy print again with an eyeball sort of wreath on it. This one, excuse me, hiccuped. This one's got skulls. And this one here has another cat, but it's in purple. There it is. So those are the 5 little books. They might be, I'll zoom back out, they might be difficult to get out of the hole. I don't know. So you might have to open it up a little bit more at the corners to boop that out, because it does fit, but the perforations don't go right to the edges, you know, because obviously they need some separation. So that's why I put the book in the corner as well. If it needs help getting out, you can kind of cut into the side a bit without exposing the next compartment. And compartment number 11, little mushroom guys. These are all different. You may have seen these in another video. Several of them didn't sell when I put them in my shop, so now I'm going to put them in here as part of a lucky dip situation. So this one's the black one. Note the adorable Bum Bum. This one's the red one. This one is purple. And this one and this one, they're both brown, but they're a bit different. This one's got more yellow on it, and obviously he's a different shape. And a little bum 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 bum. Okay, so now that's out of the way, we've got the last thing. And this is a necklace. It's a very simple necklace. It's just on waxed cord with a simple clasp, lobster claw clasp. And the bead on it is not like a printed image. These are all paintings that I did. They're all very similar, so I'm not going to show you them individually. They all have the same arrangement of a ghost and the same background color and a forest behind, but each one has been individually painted, so there is some variation between them. So I thought that was quite a cool thing. I used to do bracelets painted this way, but I thought a necklace pendant would be a bit different. And there it is. So yeah, a wearable little painting. Pretty cool and a little bit spooky, but not just, ooh, hit my camera, sorry about that. Not just for Halloween, you know. I wish I made one for myself now, but of course I just made 5. So there you have it. All 12 compartments revealed. As I said, 2 of these are spoken for, and 3 will hopefully end up in my shop. By the time this video is live, definitely they will be in my shop. And See how, like, it's bowed out a bit and, you know, things are kind of bursting on the edges. Once the top of the box is on, it wraps around and will tidy up all those edges so things won't be leaking into other compartments. I think I might put a bit of tape on there as well to make it secure. So yeah, that is everything. The normal Advent video will be posted round about the 1st of November. It's the one I do with my friends just to show you what we made, or what I received and what I've made. I'm doing a Inktober this year as well. I'm actually doing that with my daughter, which will be pretty different, and I'm really looking forward to it. So I should have a bunch of Inktober drawings to post at the end of October / beginning of November as well. So yeah, hopefully a couple more videos coming soon. But for now, I am finished, and I guess I will catch you later.